You see, unnecessary sleeping on duty. While patients are crying, they having conversation. While patients are dying, they busy chatting on Facebook. Anything you do in this world, you will get your reward.
This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio.
And indeed, this is the Bottom Line Liberia. We are on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're also on Jala TV in Liberia. We're on almost all major platforms. You think about YouTube and Facebook. And so we'd like to say welcome to you if you're joining us for the first time. This is where we do discuss the issues, give our views, and like we always say, our views may not be wrong, but they are not right either. So we give you what we think about it. Tonight we have very, very interesting issues to discuss. And I have my colleagues in the house. In Studio B is Paul the Lord Chilopre in the UK, and also Studio C is our only sister right now on the show, Lucretia Nelson. And we'd like to say welcome to you guys and tell us a little bit about how your day has been going, and then we'll start, because of course we just came from the weekend, right? The last time we were here, it was Friday, and between Friday and today, a lot of things have happened. So Paul, if you mind, tell us how was your weekend and how did it go?
Well, I will say good evening to you guys, to our listening audience as well. My weekend in the week beginning was marvelous. Sitting down in my beautiful corner, mind my own business, and just having a laugh with my nice cup of coffee and seeing what is playing on in my beloved country. So my week in the weekend was marvelous. And how was your end?
Well, as usual, we last week, the last 2 weeks, it was really, really, really cold. I mean, we were reading double digits, 19, 21, 19, 21, 22, and then all of a sudden, over the weekend, we had, in fact, some part of the country is roughly locked down because we had a snowstorm. It's been really, really difficult. A lot of snow. If you park your car after 30 minutes, you got to remove snow, and I got neighbors who have not moved their cars since the winter. So that you know that it's like a small hill, something is there. You don't know what is there because the snow has covered, and so. But yeah, it's been a lot of snow here, so but pretty good. And the good thing about the snow, when it's coming down, then the temperature will get higher a little bit. So we've been in single digits since I think Saturday night. 9 today. I was reading 7, so I think it's much better for us. And so that's about it. We're not having anything called rain now until maybe April, when the snow is melting. So that's it. And yeah, we just need our little cool corner. Like Norwegian, they got all kinds of little excuses. They will tell you, say, no bad weather in Norway is bad dressing. If you dress bad, then you'll feel cool. But if you dress good, the weather is good. And they will also encourage you to work hard and say, bad weather, good money. So, we here.
Bad weather, good money. That's good.
And Sis Lucretia, how was your weekend?
Oh, I had a very quiet weekend, really. Not much to do. So just try to relax at home, did some cooking, and that was about it.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's cold. I'm afraid to go anywhere, but it was very nice and quiet.
Yeah, it's always good to keep warm, in this situation, and especially those of us born in warm country, no matter how long in fact, people born in their own country, they feel the cold. So we just try to get adjusted to it. So we lose a lot of energy, especially those of us from warm countries, because you got to keep on your omega or stuff like that. And this is something bad happened about me. I don't take those things. I don't even like the smell. So I try to eat enough as I can eat and just keep myself going. that's about it. And so we
trying to adjust to the weather because I was back home for 4 weeks and coming back straight
oh
into
no.
school, so it's a bit difficult. So still trying to adjust, but I'm okay.
I see why. But anyway, Paul, I don't know if Paul is having some little technical problem with his video. His
Oh, okay.
script, yeah, he's getting stuck. The video is
Mm.
not moving. Of course, we heard you when you're talking. Your audio is clear, but your video is, I think, stuck. So if you can just log off and come back again, Paul, that would be great. So those of you welcome, I mean, joining us for the first time, we want to say welcome to you. Abraham Cole Aku, welcome. Jala, well, he's asking Jala, is there any fake news out there? We don't know about any fake news. What we do here is not about fake news. Is we give you the actual news. That's why we do not, we do not inflate anything. We do not, put anything out of context. But Abraham, cool, Aku, we ask you to invite your friends. If you tune in about Jala TV, we ask you to share the show for us. We'll take a short musical break, and during that musical break, we'll be sharing the show, and we'll come back. We'll go directly into our discussions. We'll have a lot to talk about. We'll be talking about the resignation of General Prince C. Johnson, retired as defense minister, and we'll also be talking about the demonstrations, so to speak. People call it protest by AFL wives, AFL soldiers' wives, and also we will be looking at some appointment that the president made just yesterday. So it's a lot of things happening. So stay with us as we go through all of what we have on our plates. A musical break.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies.
Okay, we tired with their lies. We tired with everything that they tell us. Every time they come to power, they will tell us something else. The show is not on Facebook. You need to follow the link and then share. You need to follow the link. If you're in any of the groups, you can follow it and you can share. Sis Lucretia.
Okay.
But yeah, Anthony H. Fire, welcome. We welcome everybody here, whether you're from UP, NPP, any party you come from, CDC, wherever you come from, we welcome you here. But I've got one grand rule here. Our grand rule here is we are not rude, we are not disrespectful people. If you come here, you don't insult anybody. You can ask your questions if you have. You can ask in the chat room, in the comment box. We can address your questions. If you have any concerns or any information, you can give it to us. But we do not, entertain any rudeness. If you come here, you are rude. The very minute we discover it, you go on. So everywhere, even in the bad place, here there is rules. So we like to keep our rules as our number one priority. So let's once again welcome Paul back. Paul, I hope you can hear us well.
Yeah, Linfo, I'm hearing loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Okay, so it means that we are good to go. But guys, you can share the show, like we said, share it to your various groups, and I will share it with you, Sis Lucretia. I don't know if you I'm sure Paul had already shared it in the WhatsApp group. So if you go there, you might see it. And
He has
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So then, guys, everybody knows exactly what has been happening.
What's on the
What is
what's,
it?
but what's on the menu? Tell our guests, what our viewers, what on the menu?
Oh, probably you're off when we were telling them we'll be looking at the the protest or demonstration by wives of the AFL soldiers. Some of whom are dead, and some of whom are still alive. I mean, the soldiers now. And then uh, they were protesting, demanding better conditions. And this is not something new, though. We'll talk about it. Uh, and we'll also look at the abrupt resignation of General Prince C. Johnson, defense minister, and he's also retired from the army. He should have been the defense minister. Yesterday, I think, was supposed to be his first day in office, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, official, but he resigned on that day. And then the statement by the president abruptly calling off the celebration of the Armed Forces Day of Liberia. We'll look at uh, whether it was a good decision by him. You know, it's a Pandora box that is open. A lot of people say, "Oh no, he shouldn't have done that," and or he should have done it. You know, so we'll be giving our views on it. These are things that you've heard of. Okay, I'm talking to our audience. These are things that you heard of. You even know more about it, but we just trying to give our side of the of how we look at it. So those are some of the things we'll be looking at, and we'll also look at some recent appointments made by the president. Even though there is resignation, people resigning. You know, they say men moving, men dropping, right? So somebody resigning, then somebody being appointed. So we'll be looking at all of those. So Paul, exactly, these are some of what we'll be looking at.
Great, great,
Okay.
great. Well, let's have a conversation.
Yeah. Did you hear? Did you hear anything about the demonstration by the women? Say, okay, let me start with our sister. Says she's a woman. Let's hear her view because you know these are women, right? This is the women have always complained about men. They say we live in a men's world. So
Mm.
now the women are having their voices heard. They are making things happen. So, uh, Lucretia, what did you hear about the demonstration or the protest by the women, the wives of the AFL soldiers? What do you make of that?
I did. I think for me, I just thought they went a bit too far by blocking major roads and things because some of our citizens missed their flights. My brother on his way to Bikena on Saturday, he couldn't go to attend a funeral. He couldn't go, so it was lots of disturbances that happened in the country. But I think my point of view is from the minute the president heard about the demonstration on Saturday, he should have reached out to these women instead of it reaching crisis points because there was no point for it to reach to where it came to yesterday. Because it always good before anything happen, try to prevent it. Apply your crisis management skills and see how can you talk to these people because these people have similar problem during Ellington, weird time, and open. I think the women been overlooked, and especially if they follow the proper channel and their grievances wasn't addressed. I think that's what led them to do what they did to cause a serious disruption, and they did to the country, block all the major highways because I think was it on Sunday or Monday they went across the bridge or to block that whole area too. And at the same time, and I all heard that even other counties and things they were there demonstrating because if the president have gone to these people, meet with the heads, try to negotiate, talk to them before he reach crisis point. But he said he met these people on Sunday, and on Sunday, what was agreed? Then for them to take to the street they came on Monday, and above all, in the history of Liberia, for our armed forces day, for us to not honor our servicemen, that was something different. President Boyka should have done everything in his power to ensure that our men and women of the armed forces were honored on that day. That was the day for us to remember them, to tell them thank you for their services, because most of them laid their lives for us. And for us to treat them the way we did, I don't think that was right for me. But it's such a difficult thing. But my point is crisis management skills. Before anything reaches a crisis point, how can you prevent it from happening? And that's where leadership comes into now. Because he should have demonstrated his leadership to be able to see how he can prevent this from happening, and more, especially for our experienced soldiers, for us to treat them like that. So if you look at it, whether it was a setup, nobody know, to be honest with you, because who was pressurizing Johnson to resign? That's a big question, and maybe he's not willing to speak out, because our Liberian politics is very dirty and wicked. So it could be it was a setup. Who knows? Because these women have some big hands on it. I don't think it was just women doing what they did. So at the end of the day, for our experienced general, we need him in the army, because with his skills and experience, he can be able to help some of the honor guys then. So we need him. We can't treat people like that. And I want to know exactly what did he do in the army for the army men to prompt their wives to get in the street, to demand that he should terminate his resignation. So it'll be very interesting for us to know what did he actually do in the army. So I'll stop there.
Paul, you heard about the demonstration or the protest. What say you about it? Was it they are right that they should do that, or?
Therefore, well, I will say good evening to our audience. Everybody in our constitution has given us the right to protest at any time. That's the legitimate right we have in the Constitution of Liberia. It was their right to protest, no doubt about it. But while protesting, other people have rights. So where your right stop somebody own begins from there. So they have all right to protest, but blocking the major highways, no, that one was wrong. It was wrong. But they have the right to protest. But then, what I take from this, and I think later on you might play the video what led to the women going on the rampage, because we don't know. The defense minister, yesterday you're supposed to start his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was the Monday, and then
Exactly, Monday. So he was supposed to start, and then what happened? They block him. What have he done? The reason why I'm asking that question is we had another defense minister who actually took money, and he went to court. He was convicted. This guy, Prince C. Johnson, it was a similar thing that he took the people money. Why he did so much that got those women to get on the street? And that's the question. And if he did something bad, the public should know.
Absolutely.
Why is it political motivated action that these people took, or something underneath it? Is that the reason why the president have to stop the ceremony the armed forces did? At the armed forces day, look, when we were kids, we look forward to that day. That is the day we want to see the people, the way they drill, they bend, it just blow you all of, and then sometimes display their weapon. For that day to be canceled as a commanding officer. He's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. So when the commander speak in the military, nobody say nothing. That's the rule. So why is it the officer women, the boss has spoken, you will be on the field tomorrow, why that didn't happen. So we need to ask what went wrong. Why cancel the whole thing? Is there other factors behind it?
Okay.
They have a new chief of staff. They have a new chief of staff, and that new chief of staff could give order that the day will go on. So what this guy did so much that led to the massive protest, and he's sending in his resignation. Today he's out of job. Unfortunately, the program cancer. So the women, what they put forward, they gain. Unfortunately, they didn't go on. The men didn't get a job. So the country become what? The victim of few women. So my question now, maybe the audience can help. This is a Pandora box that have been opened.
Oh,
So
yes.
the police now, the police that are living a police barrier on King Johnson Road, when their wives take onto the street too, the police people don't go to work that day, where the government gave into. Then we go to the immigration, the same. They don't show up because they're on low salary. Would that happen? Oh, forgot. The student, they have not come out yet. So everything where he gave in, this is a bad start, man. I really want to know the reason behind this, and that's what I'm heading.
Okay, we will try to address some of your concerns. Those questions are lingering on my mind as well, and I think all Liberians. But everybody will have a different side of it. But let's play a video. You know, this demonstration by the women, the wives of the AFL soldiers, was not only in Liberia, it was well kind of, you know, in my own world, it was kind of well coordinated across the country, and not only Monrovia, it was happening simultaneously, concomitantly, using Dr. Raymond Sawyer's word.
Yeah.
It was happening at the same time everywhere. So not all 16 counties, but in most major counties. Now let's go to Grand Chida County, where the women were also demonstrating.
Or leading for Zwaju to enter another area, which of course everything have been blocked by the Army's wives here in Zwaju City, Grand Chida County. So reporting this morning, my name is Steven Zia. This is KMTV. You are welcome to this wonderful broadcast, and that's how we give you update from this and this wonderful morning, where you see all of them, they are in the red. Red. So let's see how best if we can talk to any of them to see how best to get them glued to KMTV this morning. Good morning, lady. Can I talk to someone? Do you have a representative?
Yes.
Okay.
John?
Okay. Good morning. Welcome to KMTV.
Good morning.
Having seen you guys in this movement this morning, can you explain to the public what is happening right now in Zwaju City, Grand Chida County?
Yeah, I'm Joanna Jason, president of
Can you please?
Western Manager of Grand Chida County.
Okay.
We are gathered here this morning because of Quincy Johnson.
Okay.
Being nominated as the minister.
Okay.
We are saying no, we don't want him.
What are some reasons you guys are refusing this individual?
Since 2016,
Okay.
we moved in Grand Chida County here. He been coming, he been making a lot of promises to us, and he did not fulfill any. The buildings we are in, they are really system, they can be leaking. He told us he was going to renovate the building. The dry season time by 10 to 12, you don't want to enter your own room because of the heat. He told us you are going to take off on the hooches and carry out to the concrete building. But since then, they brought some of the material a spore. A spore. He's very wicked. Since 2016, we reached this place. We left our homes. We entered this county. He refused to do what he promised us. So because of that, we don't want him to be defense minister. Because if the man can be chief of staff for 6 years, he do nothing. As defense minister, he will do something. He will not do anything. The salary is not enough. They can pay our children school fee and they still not feeding us. So we say we don't want him.
Okay, so this morning you are
So
speaking.
we expect to come and receive your petition at this hour.
From where now? From Grand County, eh?
Yes, from the county, even
If the
from the
county can
national
provide
defense as
car
well.
for us now, for us to go in and go meet our friends, we'll do from here. If they can come now with a car, we are willing to go in and go meet our friends there.
So is this a national demonstration or it's just here in Sweden?
Oh, most of them they are there.
So how long are you going to be here?
Until they respond to us, we are here.
No. Until they respond to us, we are here. But Paul asked a very strategic question from the start. Now, I like the video. I watched most of the videos from other places, but I like the particular video. And the guy that was asking the question, he was on point. He was asking sensible questions. The first question he asked, why are you here? And the lady explained, they don't want Prince Johnson, blah, blah, blah. Why you don't want this particular individual? It's the same question you're asking, Paul. Why this particular individual? And you heard what she said. Prince Johnson for 6 years as chief of staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, which is that position is a direct contact to all of the soldier people. Even the defense minister is just kind of executive portfolio where you sit there and you supervise. But the chief of staff, the commander in chief, not the commander in chief, but the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia and the commanding general, those are the positions that you directly deal with the men on the ground. In case of war or any situation, you are the major person that will report to the defense minister, and then the defense minister can report to the president. So they are saying that this guy for the past 6 years, he's been to, and this is one instance, right? Granted, he's been there and giving promises that, and they are saying that their living conditions are good. The house they live in is the condition is unbearable. So they want improvement. And also they mention money that, the salary they're receiving, some of them, their husbands are dead, or some of them, their husbands are still alive, but the money they're receiving is small. It can't pay their children's school fee. It can't cater to the entire family. So those are some of the demands that they're making. And when the guy asked her, how long are you going to be here? She said, until they can meet our demand. So, and you also heard that she said this thing is taking place in Montserrat County, Lofa, and everywhere. And they mentioned Lofa for one particular reason, because that's the home of the president. So to let you know that this is not the grandchildren, or this is not the few people. And I think if you dive back in the history, we all know that grandchildren during the years or two, grandchildren had some of the largest number of soldiers. So if you go to grandchildren, the AFL widows, a lot of them will come from grandchildren. Okay, so these are strategic things that we need to look at. But addressing your question, Paul, if I were one person that question was posed to, we mentioned Granny Samuka. Granny Samuka acted on order from the president then, President Salif, that we can use this money, we will put it back. So Granny Samuka, yes, he did use the money, but he did not go and take the money to go build a house or whatever. At least from the court document that we all listened to or read, he did not say Granny Samuka took this money to invest it in his bank account or anywhere else. They used it to pay some debt. Now, he was convicted by the court simply because he used the money. But the person that gave him the order was not convicted. But this Prince C. Johnson, his crime that he allegedly committed, that the women are protesting against him, is that he promised and he did not meet up with the promises. So they are afraid that if he were in direct contact with the soldiers as chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia, and he did not do anything that he promised, what you think if he promoting the defense minister where he will be serving at the pleasure of the president, where nobody can do anything to him except the president, what do you think he will do? You heard a woman say, 6 years he was chief of staff, he do nothing. So if he goes to the defense ministry, what will you do? So I think this was that legitimate. Yeah.
Linford, the God made a promise to them. But now, does the army generate their own money, or do they live on the government budget? You see, sometimes when in leadership, because this is how I see it, their God made a promise. Maybe I will go and speak to the defense minister or the president that you people need this, and he didn't get it. But he didn't go back. It's just an assumption. He made a promise. He didn't eat their money. He promised that, oh, I will do things for your life to be better. But the army does not generate money. The army depends on the Liberian taxpayer to survive. And that's the key to this. Now, because he made a promise, he didn't deliver on the promise. Look at the way they synchronize the protests across the country using the most sophisticated technology. To me, promise cannot be the case of the way they synchronize that movement. Who cannot have him? Who do they have in mind to replace this guy? See, it's almost like a few years back here in the UK, the police were stopping black kids every day. And one day they decided that they were going to show the police lesson. What they did, they were, when you remember the BlackBerry phone, when BlackBerry, they were using BlackBerry and sending messages all over to their friends. The police could not stop them. They turned the whole of the UK upside down. That they could not. They stepped to the right. That's exactly what the people did in this protest. And then what happened? This issue been going on for days. What was the president? He just spent 21 days in office. What was him? And he knew that armed forces said they were coming. These women gave a message that if this guy get his job, there will be no armed forces there. You remember Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the ex-soldiers that demonstrated. She was at the Monrovia City Hall, if you can recall. Yeah. Those guys went there when Eddie showed leadership. She left her meeting, walked to those guys, said, what's the problem? She called the leader, they sat down, she was able to solve that problem. But for a few women that we just saw at that bridge to block traffic, and there's no police person to say, look, you can protest, but cars have to go. Where were the police? The police went quiet. Everybody went quiet. And the president did not.
Let me hold you right there. You know, you putting all this thing into perspective. But let me hold you right there. Look, when we talk about the demonstration, few things I want us to look at. Number one, I've heard a lot of conversations surrounding this thing. People say, oh, it was not right for the women to block the road. No, the Constitution gives us the power. It says we, the people, have the power. We can demand our leaders to do what we want. The Constitution told us not to do violent protests. We should not be violent. We can protest. They were not violent. They blocked road. Road blockade is normal in any protest.
So in case my mom said I rushed to the hospital.
Yeah,
no,
you can't.
Yeah. The protesters do not care what's happening. They do the amount
that's not my right. Because you're blocking the road, you infringe on my right.
Yeah, but do not take it personal. We're dealing with the government here. Who protects your right in the country? And not yourself. The government protects your right. So if the government knows that, wait, hold on. If the government is aware that people are protesting and their protests could violate the rights of some citizens, do not say, oh, because l'information sake, so you're going to let l'information pass. No. They do it in the interest of the entire country. That's why the government was supposed to be proactive with this discussion. Because protest does not have, you don't have any book that you can open and they say, okay, when you go protest, you want to do it this way, you want to do it. No. We've seen protests around the world that people die. We've seen protests around the world that properties get damaged in the very Liberia. Okay? So that's why the government should be proactive. Number one, you also mentioned about President Sirleaf meeting with the ex-soldiers who demonstrated. That was a good leadership style. But the president is also telling you that in his speech, he said they did meet with these women and they put their demands out. And he told them that we're going to see it. But I think besides the meeting with the women, the president also had, you heard him, I mean, we play his tape. He also said that they have had meeting with their counterparts. They are what you call them, partners in progress or something, and he referred to the Americans. So with this series of meetings happening, first with the women and then with the Americans, what you think led to the women persisting on the second day after the meeting, and then the defense minister, the new defense minister, resigning? Those are the things I will also be looking at, but not the context of the protest. The Constitution said we can protest, we can do it. It didn't tell us we go protest, no.
If you block a road and for your benefit, and it's not my benefit, it's your benefit. You block.
So who's supposed to act on your behalf?
So that's where the violence can come in, because you block road for your benefit and out for my benefit.
I agree, but so who's supposed to act now? Who is supposed to blame?
That's what I'm saying. Where were the police?
Are you supposed to blame the women?
It's the government, it's the leadership. That's why I'm going to think of.
So why I'm not so effort here is to say the women, the way they did the black and roll, it was wrong that they black and roll, but who's supposed to stop them? The government. Who's supposed
the government shall deploy police there to negotiate with the women to compromise. Just have some dialogue with the women and tell them so they could stay on the side to protest rather than blocking the whole bill. Because some people miss their flight. So who's going to pay? Will the government pay for those that miss their flight? And no women
again, we got to look at another component which is very important. If it were any group of Joe Blow then that were demonstrating, the police will move there. But this is wise of the AFL.
So the AFL. Let me just say something, because at the end of the day, with these women there protesting, it's their right, as we clearly stated, what the government should have done more. Because the example that have been set here, Liberians will live to regret, because other people will come in and they will demand and request for their demands to be met. This is a bad precedent that have been set.
I also disagree with that.
Look, make it for example. Let's see. At the end of the day, if I may tell you, like now, my road in this country, sometimes we work with parents. Somebody tell the parents, because when they cannot have their own way, they'll call our manager. Oh, I don't want so person change it. Our manager will say, I'm not going to change her. You will have to work with her. Because if they start to do it, it will become a problem. And our manager refused to the parents and said, no, I'm not going to change her. That's the person you're going to work with. Because not every time someone wants you to change, then you change. The day you don't have, almost have to start, what's going to happen? You have to set an example. You can't keep doing something that you know. Because number one, what happened to the Senate committee? Who are on the committee for the defense budget? Because maybe this poor man was negotiating with them, talking to them, but then again, maybe whoever was the head of that committee, instead of them giving the money for these people to improve the lives of our servicemen, that money are going back in that Senate pocket or so. So why should they take blame? Because this man he's not a budget holder. I guess he was trying to negotiate. That's all you can do. But he's not a budget holder. He doesn't have that power to say, well, I'm going to get the only thing he can do to advocate on their behalf. Exactly. And whoever is on that committee should know that our servicemen, the condition where these people are living with their family, they should know they deserve better. But instead of that, the money will go in whoever heading that committee. Similar with the health budget, what they do. For money to be spent in the health, what do? They take the money again. So I'm quite sure it's similar thing after. And now he been the sacrifice lamb. Yeah.
Okay, but there is this ticket issue where the people are blaming the president why he accepted the resignation from the defense minister. And what do you think about that? Was the president right to accept the resignation, or what do you think?
Maybe the president and this for me, because like at times in this country, it has happened. You hand in your resignation. If you're a very good worker, your manager don't want you to go. She'll tell you, say, I want you to think about it. And you think about it and get back to me. A very good worker, the manager won't allow them to easily leave, to ask you to think about it. So what honorable worker should have done to him? Maybe at times say, well, instead of them broadcasting it immediately, to tell you say maybe sleep over it, let's think about it, and we can have some discussion around it. But if he insists, then no problem. And the following day, but immediately and in Liberia, there is no confidentiality. Everything before you make a mad boom, it's already in the air. So he should really try his best to say, I will see what I can do.
So you blame him
for the head of the women.
Yeah, so you blame the president for I mean, say that was a
I
bad
would say
decision.
I blame him for the way it was handled. They didn't handle it right. It shouldn't have reached crisis points.
Okay, I have a second part to that question, but I want to hear Paul's view. Paul, what do you think? Was the president right? Should he have accepted that or just refuse it? The resignation, I mean.
He needed to be man up to say no. You see, when you cave in to a group of people, get ready, you cave into everybody.
Everybody demands.
He just spent 21 days in office and he have 100-day mandate plan that he want to take the country from. Those are the things that will stop him from delivering the 100 days plan that he got because of these things. The women say this guy made a promise that the living condition will buy, he was going to improve it. He just made a promise, I will try, I will do something. He didn't fulfill his promise. But being based on that, he was forced to resign because he went through the Senate, he passed. I would say he was forced to resign because based on that, he made a promise. He didn't steal from them. He made a promise he will improve their life. Because he didn't do it, they didn't want him to be in the defense. Now, who is the boss of the army? The president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. The president should have spoken to those women and said, look, wherever you need, I will solve it. Give me a few days or give me months with just 21 days in office. So he shouldn't have accepted the resignation and he should have taken leadership to the highest level to convince the women, satisfy their desire, and then have the program.
Yeah, well, and we are saying all of these things only from our own perspectives, but because we're not in a meeting with the president and the women, we don't know what all they agree on. But again, let me answer this question. Since you people squarely blaming the president for accepting this resignation, I got different perspective on that. I got different view. But what do you think if the president had refused the resignation from the defense minister and kind of, so to speak, force the defense minister to remain in office, and these women too say no, send this man there, will not rest, will continue, and then crashes, boom. Remember, we talking about the soldiers. You hit one of them, you hit one of the women, the husband want to retaliate. Police come and hit them, they move on the police. Then things are happening. And if you will play the president's video, he said the threatening. He used the word threatening. So a lot of things were playing here. You're not talking about, like, you people keep making reference to, another group will come. You get a group of Joe Blow there who come from Douala and can't stay in the street to demonstrate. Police can disperse them very easily compared to the army. We're talking about the army of the country. And if you look in the surrounding region, how many coups happened in just 2023 alone in West Africa, or many? So all these things we got to take into consideration. And this is a new government that got no contact outside. In fact, they still trying to even appoint ministers. So everything is still fragile. So what if, let me come to the question now, what if the president has said, no, I don't accept your resignation, stay there. And then the women say, no, the president refused to let the man go. We are say, we'll not move from here. And something happened. Who would have taken the blame?
So, but
that's right.
I did answer that question in my deliberation. The fact is, he is the head of the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. The women
That does
said
not stop the army from overthrowing any government.
Let me finish.
No,
Let
we
me
see
finish.
head of state there. Yeah, we see coup take
Well,
place.
you
And
gave
the
me
kid at home boss.
ask a question. You asked a question.
Yeah, go. I'm just laying your premise.
Yes, he's the commander in chief. They also have a new chief of staff. You know that. This guy just going to defend who the president can sack any minute, anytime. You also have a new chief of staff. Guys, we just got in office. I listen to your demand. I'm the head of the army. I will see what I can do to solve your problem, because the demand was their living condition. And that's the point.
No, that's not the answer to the question, Paul. I'm asking you a direct question.
Wait. You said,
no. You see, you try to. The question is direct. The question is, because you people are saying that the president was wrong for accepting the resignation. Okay, Prince Johnson is in the center of this thing. Prince C. Johnson, that is not Prince Wild Johnson. So, folks, Prince Johnson is in the center of this thing. It is because of him that the women are demonstrating, and this government is new. He are not even taking office. So he said, "Oh, that thing here, making a racing contention there for my business. Let me resign so that everything will go to normal." And then you expect the president to say, "No, stay there." And then the women they're making tension, and their husband, and Liberia, just as I say, people start joining.
I think you need to play the women thing. You need to play the women again, because they asked the man made promise to us. Because I made promise to you, I didn't deliver the promise. The men eat their money. So the women tell he made promise to us, because that we shouldn't get the job. That's a
that's just one of the groups we
I mean, that's based on
I listen to another group that say the men eat their money. The men eat our money since. Okay, but that we can't confirm. But you see, for me, I'm not looking at why they don't want the men and blah blah blah. What I'm looking at is, if the president insists that Prince Johnson, I will not accept your resignation, stay there, and the women, you heard a woman, they say, as long as, how long they'll be there, as long as they can be there until they meet their demand, and their demand is what? They don't want Prince Johnson. So the president said, okay, Prince Johnson stay there, and the women say, we're not moving. So who will take the blame?
Demand was their living conditions. So if you play all the video, their demand was their living conditions. And now they have meeting with the president. So the condition, the reason why we're protesting, because the men need deliver. So the president in front of them, okay, will deliver based on your demand. Yeah. Will they step onto the street? No. I mean, if Christian promised me, and I'm angry, and then I'll go to you. Lifa said, send the Christian promise to me, and I don't think she'll be right for that. Then you now telling me, no, it's all right. You all have a position. The promise she made to you, I will deliver. What's big deal in it?
Yeah, but the state said they don't want him there. That means you heard it. They said they don't want him there in any position. So the president let him go.
All right.
The president did not dismiss him. He willing to resign. So what you put him there and he's not working, he's not doing anything, you force him to be there. He said, anything happen, he said, I can't take responsibility. The last time I sent him a resignation, I told you, I don't want to work. You don't want to put me here.
So let me ask you the question. So because of the military war, so when the police women do the same thing, the president will cave in?
If the president who is in the center of the thing resign, yeah. The president did not cave in here. No, listen. People missing this.
That's what I'm saying, because the president here was.
If anybody caved in, listen to me. If anybody caved in, it was the defense minister who caved in, not the president. Because who was supposed to be doing the defense minister job? Prince C. Johnson.
So, all right, if the defense minister resigned, why was the program canceled? The most important program, why was it canceled? He already caved in. Why was the program canceled?
Yeah, because you can't have program. You can't have who you should be celebrating in the first place. In that AFL.
So can I come in? What
you cancel the
what
program?
Is interesting? Yeah. What I would like to know.
Come on.
What I would like to know. The first question I want to know: who manages the funding for the AFL to ensure that they have a decent home to live in? That the children go to school, that their wages and things is increased. So we need to establish whether it's in his primate to do that. And secondly, because from the day they appointed this man, I think the noise was already around that they didn't want him. Omer Boyka should have shown leadership and should have tried to use his crisis management skills to ensure that this doesn't escalate. From day 1 or 2, from the time they heard it, they should have set up a committee to go and meet with these women, be able to listen to their grievances. Because why would you, maybe like me, I'm working, I'm not responsible for budget. All I can do to advocate for my clients to ensure that their lives are better. For instance, I go and do my assessment. You tell me you want this, you want that. I will tell you, so okay, I will try. I will take it to a panel. Panel has to agree. So if the panel refuses,
but says Lucretia, I agree with 100%, right? I agree with 100% that the government should have intervened long time before. Yeah, so let's agree now. Let's agree now that the government failed to intervene earlier on, and then it has escalated. It has reached a stage. But my concern, because the women, I'm looking at the demand made by the women. They do not want this man, whether he fulfill the promise or him fulfill, or whether somebody will fulfill the promise after him. They don't want him in any position. That's a main demand. Whether the president say, okay, tomorrow we'll build morning hustle for your air conditioner, yeah, Mr. President will welcome it, but we don't want you putting Prince Johnson anywhere else. Okay,
but then again, not because this is Liberia. If it was in another country, they would not even buy into that demand, because the point is the armed forces, the army wives are not working for the government. Their husbands working for the government, not them. It's only because of Liberia. Other countries won't take that nonsense to happen.
Yeah, but you gotta know
if all the women put together, police women or army women, or they all put together, say we want Joseph Boyka to resign.
It's a bad precedent.
Did you listen to the June 7 protest? What were the thing?
But we are
disregard whether they are army white, police white.
The June 7 protest, they said Maggie should go. They wanted Maggie to go. They wanted Tuwa to go. Somebody escorted.
It's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it could be anybody white. It could be white, Joe, white.
If all the women put together say we don't want Joseph Boyka president,
yes,
he must step down.
He can step down if he deems it necessary.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, read Article 1 of the Constitution. Is that me saying it? The Article 1 of the Constitution. So, wait. Let me get quoted from off here. It says the power, is inherent in the people, and you can demand a change of your leadership. You can demand it. You can say we don't want you. So you gotta be the whole country.
So.
Listen,
this is what I'm saying.
How did the Arab Spring start? The Arab Spring that brought the whole government of Tunisia. It started with one man setting himself on fire. Okay? And people joined. We've seen protests, change government.
Oh, man, this is what I'm saying. So when LU stood there, Autonomous House stood there, all of these
I'm saying yes. If the president deems it necessary to step down because of the process, yes, because it's the right of the people to say we don't want you. Who voted the president?
He should step down. He should step down.
Right. Yeah, who voted the president? It was the people that voted. Some of them were AFL wives, some of them were police wives. So the same people come and say we don't want you again. So you say no.
So I tell you, say it's a bad precedent that he said, and you say no.
It's not a bad
because
precedent.
What happened?
It's not a bad precedent.
So what happened? Because the word you use is military women. Okay, we get a lot of women into the health sector. They decide, say, okay, we don't want a health minister because we live in our condition is bad. The new health minister, stepped down. When he came into.
You muted.
Yeah, so Linford.
You muted.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, I understand what you're talking, but it's the Constitution that we got. It says we the people can change the government. We can tell the government we don't want you. So what can we do?
I know about that. We can change the government, but not because you let me and they appoint me to help ministry. You say, oh, because they got work with me, I don't like him, so he shouldn't have that position. And you trusted me, and somebody say, oh, because we don't want him there. You say, okay. So it's going to happen to everybody. Women Pay was just appointed. So a group of people that work and say, oh, President Barker, during June 7th, Women Pay 8 hour money. We don't want him. So yeah, he resigned. This is what we're going to go across. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, Paul. No, we in a democratic nation. Our democracy demands that the will of the people be done. The same way, you see, and not everybody in Liberia wanted Joe Walker to be president. And not everybody in Liberia wanted Cummings to be president. So the people who voted, they were in majority. So, okay, so we that didn't vote for Joe Walker, so what are we? Were we against him or
don't miss the point here. The point is God should not vote.
Must be done. That's the point we're making.
Right. So I'm saying to you now, say Women Pay had been appointed as Lance and my minister, and he ate people money June 7th. Group of people come and say we don't want Women Pay to go over there.
You resign.
He can resign. So that precedent now that is set, that's what I'm saying.
That's the democratic precedent. No, listen. We the simple who cry from our leaders. Oh, the people doing this. So certain group of people say this can happen and we don't want a man, and the man will make a problem again. So where's the democracy?
The Johnson man, he didn't. He never ate the money. He never corrupted anyone. He made a promise for her effort. Maybe the government did not give him the money that he will be able to.
Let us not justify. Let's look at the law. The law is the law. Yeah. The law say, the Constitution say, whether the man that injured, he injured, but we say we don't want to injure. What we'll do? We go back to the
the person that is appointed by the president, they work at the will and pressure of the president.
And so why did the president say I don't want to work? The person have
the right to say I don't want to work. But what you say because they didn't vote for him to work at the defense ministry.
No, listen, but get this thing straight. The president did not say Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson, through his own wisdom, he said, well, I am in the middle of this thing here. Let me resign, Mr. President. I don't want a job. The post I'm not doing the work. I don't want to do it. Simple. And the president said, okay, I accept it. So what? They won't make an issue.
You still don't get it. Listen, this is not an issue. The point that we're making here, just get this clear. The question I asked earlier, what Prince C. Johnson did that caused the women to take, and one of the videos said, listen.
No, but I don't want you to go there. The people told you they don't want a man. Whether he do not or they didn't want him.
Where though?
Yeah. But why are you crying for Prince Johnson? Prince Johnson is that small boy. The man say, I don't want to do the job. Send a post, they want me, I don't want to do the job.
What made you think that Prince Johnson, leave us in the work and tell you, say, my man resign that post? He can be under pressure. You know that.
But you are under pressure from the women.
Wait. When the protest started, it was started before you're confirmed, right?
Yeah.
If he didn't want a job, why did he go to confirmation?
No, get it straight. No, get it straight. Not that he didn't want a job. No. Get it straight. Not that he didn't want a job. You see?
No, but you said
a group people will
No, Linford, you don't want to bring. The protest started long before he even went for the confirmation.
Yeah.
It continued after the confirmation. And he just sent in his resignation.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the pressure mounted.
What made you think that he was not forced to send in his resignation? What made you think he was not forced?
Who forced him now?
I will employ you. I can tell you my man resign. A common in the world.
No, but so you mean the president will lie on himself? Because he said Prince Johnson saying resignation. He should have said, I asked him to resign.
I said, what made you think that you are not forced? That's the question.
Yeah, so I said, well, then I asked who forced him? Who, in your opinion, forced him? in this
Oh,
case.
the president could tell him, say resign.
No, but then the president
resign.
clearly told you. Okay, wait. I think let me find the president's speech, because the president
My
clearly
man,
told you
the
that the
president
person
said so many things before. The same president said that he know his own friend in Abu and say, I don't know that the president.
No. They want no. I will not take that one. We want to hear what the president himself said. Well, that one, you see, yeah. Let me know for it and pull it up. But you can be discussing. Let me know for this one and pull it up, because the president said the man said his resignation, and I accepted it.
I agree. You remember when Ellen told everybody to resign their posts and all that, and some of them and they should reapply? People can say in a resignation, I can tell you, look, for the sake of the country, resign. That common thing in the political arena.
Yeah, but the president.
I can give you example.
Yeah, no example. In this case,
let me finish. You remember the story Alva talked about when he wrote the book about Georgia, when women took onto the street and they forced Mr. Cummings, where Alva did. Cummings asked him to resign, and Alva resigned. But Alva made it look like.
In this case, Bouaka did not ask.
That's the same case. It's the same women. So don't make it different.
Yeah, but in this case, Bouaka did not ask.
I said, how do you know? Because the thing is simple.
When you're taking the discussion in that way, then I get confused.
No, but it's fact.
No, you gave me as an example.
You've been in the West for long. In the West, when somebody with an allegation, the prime minister in your country, when they will say, look, can he resign? And you hear, I received his resignation, a common thing. So don't make it say because he come and make sugar coated and said he was not on the
say I told him to resign. Yeah.
Yeah, but so are we assuming here?
It's not assumption.
I told him to resign.
But what can happen with leaders? They can tell you, say, look, my man, I don't want problem on my government resign. And then you read the person letter.
So are we assuming that the president told him to resign? Because see,
not the president, maybe somewhere.
But then let's play by the information that is available to us. Let's not assume that, because I don't like assumption.
It would have been nice for Johnson to come up to speak, but he's not speaking, so people keep speculating. So it would have been so nice if he would have come up to speak exactly what happened, because all we do is speculations.
Yeah, so that's why I want us to keep our discussion within the confines of what we know. You see, instead of saying, oh, maybe let us not assume. But let's go to what the president said. Let's listen to the president himself. Okay. Let's go. We're moving all that national anthem stuff and things.
My fellow citizens, on Sunday, February 11, I received an audience from wives of some members of the armed forces of Liberia who had come to express their concerns on several issues. These issues included poor living conditions, high tuition fees for their children, lack of adequate medical care, and low salaries, among others. The women stated their most important demand was the removal of retired General Prince C. Johnson as Minister of Defense. They said their husband had told them that unless General Johnson was removed, there would be no Armed Forces Day celebration. We made it clear to the women that the government will look into their grievances regarding all the issues, but that retired General Johnson had been confirmed by the Senate and appointed by me as Minister of Defense. We were hence not prepared to discuss this issue. Meanwhile, we received throughout the day and night information that some of the armed forces wives and their husbands had initiated protest actions across the country by blocking major roadways and highways. Others had engaged in agitations in barracks around the country. In an effort to prevent violence and preserve lives and properties, we ordered the Armed Forces Day celebration but today be reduced to a low-key program. We have since held consultations with our strategic partner, the United States, and other regional stakeholders on the situation.
We still roll the video, but I want us to keep that certain key things he said. Number one, he said they have had talks. He got information on Sunday night that the women were demanding one thing, and that thing, their key demand was they do not want Prince C. Johnson to be Minister of Defense. Key demand. So whether he promised or he didn't promise or he delivered or he didn't deliver, they don't care about it. What was done in the past is in the past, but they do not want him in any position like the defense minister. That's the key. That they complained, they talked to him. And he also told them that, okay, they may have been confirmed. He was nominated by me and he had been confirmed. So we do not want to even discuss that issue of you people saying you don't want him. Okay? But then on Sunday night, he got more information that some members of the AFL and their wives have started initiating protest action in barracks. So now the people saw in the street, and the barracks is where they got all the arms and ammunition for the soldiers, whichever barrack they are assigned at. So if those people are protesting, initiating protest action, and then I heard people say, oh, they should have sent the police. So he sent the police to the army barrack to go cool down or to go arrest people or to go drag people, tear gas people. That would have been disastrous. And then the president also said to avoid escalation or to avoid problem, he had decided that the Armed Forces Day be reduced to just ordinary celebration. Now, I earlier on heard Paul saying he canceled the celebration of the Armed Forces Day. Yes, I would say he was right. Who are you? I'm having my celebration, right? My birthday celebration. Then my whole family upside down, everybody fighting. Then you not me, but you start celebrating my birthday. When my whole house upside down, we're fighting everything upside down, then you go celebrate my birthday. It's not possible. That's why the program was canceled. Okay? Because we were supposed to be celebrating the AFL, the Armed Forces of Liberia. So you can't have them dissatisfied and you go celebrate. So it's like slapping in their face. Yeah. So did you hear that? Have you any comments? We'll go back to the video.
I like the way you put it. All right. The army is an institution. Few people, he said it. Some, not everybody in the army. So because of that some, you deny the other people. That's why you're saying here, some. The fact is, he had met these women and they said they didn't want it men, granted, but the women listed the men. School, they mentioned, medical facility, all of those demand, they lay it out. And that's what the women wanted. Because Prince Johnson, Prince C.Y. Johnson.
Let me bring you back to the video. I'm going by everything I heard. We agreed that the women got, you see, this is what they are saying.
He just listed it.
Listen, man, listen, Paul, listen. This is what they are saying. They told you that Prince Johnson promised them they want to improve their school, their children's school fees and living conditions, blah, blah, blah. Yes, he did not do it. But the key, that is in the past. The key demand they are making now as we speak is they do not want him as defense minister. Why is that difficult?
We get that point, but I said, okay. So the demand, he's not there. Let's see now, because he keep going by the same thing. The demand
keep going by when you talk about
no. Listen to what I gotta say. The demand was far different thing, but we don't want him. Granted, the women now, Prince Boy Johnson resigned. Well, their demand met. That's the question. Do you know what I want?
I know that's another.
So listen now. Let me finish now. He said in his statement, some, not everybody in the army, some. So because of some few handful of people, you did not the rest of the people. You say,
do you know the percentage? You don't know the percentage
He
of the
said
sum.
some. We don't know. So it could be 50-50 or it could be less. He said some. He didn't give percent.
Yeah.
So he gave in. That's what I'm saying. If you say some,
do you see any danger? It can be one man in the army side. It could be one man. Do you see any danger here? Because what the president is trying to avoid is danger, is escalation. So it doesn't matter whether we get 500 men in the army and 10 or 10 say without 75 things. Oh, remember, I just 10 people will forget about them. No.
So, but Linford, the women in the end, the women won. The men resign. The program instead go on. So because they resign, why the program didn't go on?
But when did all this thing happen?
That's the man resign on Sunday. That when his letter was sent in. Listen, he was resigned on Sunday. The program was Monday. He sent in a letter. So why the program?
When did the president speak? When did the president make it?
That was yesterday. On Monday, the day of the program.
Yeah.
So why the program?
So you couldn't do that.
Why not?
No, you see, let's discuss this thing. Sincerely.
I think Christian, Church, because you're not getting it. Because
no, you see, you look at the negative side all the time.
No, it's not a negative. It's just be factual.
Yeah, but I am telling you that the president received the communication Sunday night. So let's say we get 1,000 men in the army, 500 I said it 500 protesting, right? The other people not protesting. So when he got the letter, and the letter was communicated between he and Prince Johnson, they all know 500 people, we are assuming, they all know 500 people who were dissatisfied. Did they know about the letter on Sunday night? No. So he only had to know that he received a letter from Prince Johnson when he spoke yesterday. So how would that be when the people are dissatisfied?
So Linford, you are thinking that the army is just on the army half of structure. And you cannot disobey your command in the army. We all know that. Army half of structure. If you disobey your command, you know that. You cannot disobey your army. When you disobey your commander, there's called something they call court martial. They have structure. If this man resign, they may get a new chief of staff. Liaise the message with your chief of staff, it will be trickled down to the rest. What a big deal.
That process. You brought in you brought in
so
new
the
elements.
Were able to go through the
but you brought in new elements. New elements to the discussion.
The same way.
You brought in new elements to the discussion. And that
no. You said it was Monday, the main day. The resignation got in on Sunday. So how come that message was not sent to the guy who they had and then trickle it down to the rest of the people? How come?
I don't understand what you mean. Who got the head?
Right. You have a new chief of staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the defense secretary, defense minister sent his resignation. The president received it. He called the new chief of staff. This guy has resigned. Liaise with your people. What's the difficulties in the program going on tomorrow?
So let's cross one bridge, then we'll go to the next one. So are you not satisfied that the president is not to be blamed for Prince Johnson not being or leaving the defense ministry? Are you satisfied? Are you saying that it was not the president's fault, right?
I didn't say it was the president's fault, but what I'm
saying,
but
he said he caved in. He said he caved in, and he said
that's why the program didn't go on. The program should have been held, and that's my point I'm making. And you gave him Arab Spring and all this. The women said they don't want him in. But then why the program didn't go on?
The reason I brought in the Arab Spring and other things is because you try to nominalize the whole thing by saying that just some people. No, one man can cause things. No, great revolutions in the world start with one or two people. Okay, you don't have to. All get in line go. No, in fact, you even see that demonstration that carry huge number is not effective. So one person can start something. The Arab Spring started with one guy, or somewhere was it Lebanon or somewhere where they changed our government because there was, I think, earthquake and some building broke down, and the people protested against the government. The whole government resigned. You see it? So you can't say because people because few people say this and it happened, then a bad precedent. No. It's your constitution that is working against you.
The argument was we don't want a man. The man resigned. Then the program said didn't go on. So why you keep linking to harassment?
Now I say he brought new element again. So
no, because you keep, I say he gave it. The man resigned. You accepted that. I accept the resignation.
Listen to me. I think now I say let's cross one bridge.
But why the program didn't go on?
Yeah, but that's why I said let's cross one bridge and we'll get to the other one, because your first major argument was they may resign. I mean, the president said bad president that every time taking Harold will carry on the same. Let the president. Yes, so come in, but let me ask you first. Are you now convinced that the president was not wrong? That he accepted the resignation? Are you now convinced? Then before we go to your cancellation of the program,
I think he was wrong.
Are you now convinced?
I think he was wrong. He caved in. That's a bad precedent, and I stand with that. He was wrong. He caved in because why? He is the one that's going to supply the money for those people, children's school and all that. He caved in because they demanded layout. It was simple. Tell those women all your demand will be met, or some of it. He caved in, and that's my point.
I agree.
He caved in.
I agree. You now agree that he's right to accept Prince Johnson resignation because Prince Johnson said I don't want a job, and he accepted. Then you say he not going to accept it. So I'm saying, are you now convinced? Well, it was Prince Johnson that was supposed to do the job, but because of pressure, he says, send people making noise behind me. I don't want to do the job, Mr. President. I resign. The president said, okay, because the president knows that it's Prince Johnson that was supposed to do the job. So the president did not sack him. He who's supposed to do the job said, I don't want to do it. And the president accepted. Then why do people hold the president responsible? That's the question I keep asking. I'm not looking at all the conditions. Why all happy?
Answer your question, but you still not get it. I answer the question. He accepted the resignation, granted. So why the program didn't go on? That's the point I'm making.
The program going on. I want to get your opinion.
He accepted, but why the program didn't go on?
I want to get Paul. I think we'll not leave it over here today. I want to get your opinion. Was the president wrong or not?
I said that he was wrong. He caved in too soon. That's what I said. He was wrong, and now I'm not going to change it. The fact is, the women
you are supposed to force Prince Johnson to do the job, right?
You can give him time to do the job if he perform.
No, but he said I don't want to do it.
The right to sack and point. That's
okay. Let me give you a simple example. You get your horse. You take it to the water side to drink. You put him more in the water. He won't drink. What you do it? You continue to put him more in the water, or you open him more and put the water there.
The fact is, don't
make it short. Then we move on.
I don't have a horse. I carry the dog to the water side. The dog refused to drink. The dog won't drink. So don't give the animal story. The fact here is
no. So I was standing watching you. I was saying, why point let the dog say anyone drink? The poor agree. I'll blame you for the dog not drinking.
But the dog have enough water in the system. Why?
Okay, so Prince Johnson said
you don't want to accept it. The fact is he caved in.
So Prince Johnson said I don't want the job, and the president said, okay, I agree. So then why are you blaming the president?
He was under pressure. I think he was under pressure.
Okay,
and that's why you don't want
the president explained to you. The president explained to you why he. Okay, I'll take you back to the video.
In the Western world, the thing that common thing, me and you know, it's common that my man resign because of you resign. That's simple thing. People do it all the time. You acting like you know it's a simple thing.
You keep shifting the goalpost here. You're shifting from all over the place. That's why you can satisfy your argument.
So
you want to blame the president.
If you knew that all the pressure was on,
he forced Prince Johnson to resign. You want to blame the president?
Yes.
Are you saying that? I'll ask you the question the second or the third time. Are you saying that it was the president who pressurized Prince Johnson to resign?
From my understanding, from local thing, he forced him to resign.
Okay. You see, that I say you shift the poll so that you can suit your satisfaction.
Because the reason why I'm saying he forced him, they started the protest long before the confirmation.
But you see, man say the president was not supposed to accept the mayor's resignation. Then you tell him, say,
listen. That's the point I'm making. The fact is, they started the protest long before his confirmation. he allowed that to go through. The man passed.
Yeah, but is that the president who removed him? No.
He
If
can
it
move
was the
him
president
when
who
he
sacked
met
him,
for
listen, if it was the president who sacked him, your argument will hold that why he let the man go through confirmation and all these things and the program, the confusion was going on, all these things. Is that the president
he caved in from the pressure from the women, he caved in. And that's the point I'm making. That's all. The women listed lots of things that we want because of this, because of X, Y, Z. The man didn't deliver, so we don't want him there. Okay, I hear your demand. For the sake of my government, going forward, all of these things you put forward, we deal with it.
Yeah.
And
sure the president you heard the president said, he's selling in the speech here. He's selling. You listen to it.
Let's move on because you're not going to accept
No.
The president he's selling.
So if the prince was who's supposed to do the job, he said, I don't want to do it. So then why are holding the president responsible? I would like to go the president.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't agree, you agree. That's my opinion. He caved in. So you don't want me to, you want me to accept what you believe in. The man caved in. That's how I see it.
No, I want you to agree to it. I want you to admit the reality that we are looking at, not what you agree on. The reality, because we are
the reality is Prince C. Johnson were forced to resign. That's the reality. And the fact is he was forced to resign. If he didn't want a job when the women started the protest, he was not going to go for confirmation. The fact is, saying he went for confirmation, he was granted a job. He was forced to resign.
Do not blame the president that he should have accepted because he's contradicting. The same man who are not supposed to accept resignation is the same man we are saying force somebody to resign. So which one will take?
The president have the right.
So which one will take that? So okay,
and dismiss.
You are put two options here. You are put two options here. Let's take one. Bring one that we agree on. Which one you think is the greatest? Which one you think really happened?
He forced the man to resign. Now what happened?
Okay, but so don't blame him. Don't say he caved in.
Also,
Prince Johnson resigned.
He caved in because of the demand from the women. That what made he cave in. That's what I'm saying. He caved in from the demand. So he
you can't take two options. I told you to take one. Take one. You took the one. You say you blame. He the one pressure Prince Johnson to resign. So then why the women then? So then why bringing the women for? Then the women that didn't do anything. Okay, so
but it came from the women. He caved in. I keep telling you, he caved in. That's all. And you don't want to accept it. He caved in.
But
the whole thing was handled very badly from the beginning. They should have be able to compromise. Exactly. The whole thing just flew out of. It went to a serious crisis point that could not be resolved, and especially for American government to be involved, all the key partners. Decision was made. So I think things went completely out of hand. This should have been prevented at an early stage. Okay, that's why negotiation skills is very crucial to compromise, to communicate. They should have had dialogues between the man and his team and things. Just come up and promise the people, he's the president, to have guarantee these people that we're definitely going to meet up with your demands. We're definitely going to look into what you people are asking for, why it wasn't done. And that's not to say you're giving the time. Let's work together as partners. But if none of that was said to those women and make them to understand.
We can't assume. We don't know. We're not in the meeting.
Yeah.
We can't assume. That's why I want us to continue playing the president so we can hear most of the thing. Let's go.
As a true soldier and a patriot, retired General Johnson, of his own volition, informed us that he would step aside if he were obstacled in order to save the AFL and preserve peace and tranquility in the country. General Johnson.
Okay, I like it short. The man say, as a good soldier, Prince Johnson of his own volition, he didn't say I got pressure rising to move. But the message just to say, because it's the AFL people, they and their wives in a barrack making confusion. And he, Prince Johnson, be a trained soldier. He knows when the soldier people start, whether that one man, that grumble. So he said, to save the country and to save the AFL, I will resign easily. So this thing Joe Bugger said before, I think the election 2017, he said, because of him, he don't want no blood to waste. So he will accept any kind of result. He said a lot in 2017. So Prince Johnson is saying the same thing. Say, I am in the middle of this thing here, Mr. President. I know you nominated me. I went through confirmation. They confirmed me. I'm supposed to start working. But yet the Syria people wife, me being a Syria, the Syria people wife, they say they want me in any position. So to put everything to right, let me resign. So the president will level no option. So when I hear people say, oh, why he gave in, he not so accepted, so anybody will come. So no, the man who was supposed to do the job at Prince Johnson said, oh, Mr. President, the people making drama here, I want to spoil your government. And I want the Syria people to go on rampage. So let me step aside easily. All the thing you're talking today would have been saying different thing. You know, guys have continued this thing, and some bullet fire in one barrel, then another bullet fire in another barrel, another bullet fire in another barrel. We'll be talking different thing. And I said this thing from the start. This government had just sat in office. Some of the ministers they even enter offices, some of them confirm here. So if you start on a rough, hill and rubbing shoulder with the soldier people, you can't tell. You're in a country that just had election, okay, and parties that were defeated, some of them not satisfied. So think will escalate before you even think. And who you run to, this very serious people that you were supposed to run to, remember that before the election, this in Prince Johnson, he made a commitment that during the election, if anything happens and the police is overwhelmed, or other paramilitary forces are overwhelmed, the army will be the last resort. The army will step in. So if this government won and they are in power, they are not even taking power yet, and then something happens, and the happening with the soldier people that they're supposed to be depending on, they are the one they'll be robbing shoulder with. What will happen? So I just want us to look at all these things. So now that I know Old Man Burger is weak, he's old, but let the truth. So let the play on the truth.
Linford, I hear you. All what you say, I hear that. The fact is, the women are in poor condition. President Burger, he have the state resources to make the people life feel better. Negotiation is the key that was lacking here. That's why I said earlier, the protest started long before this guy confirmation.
Yeah.
And if they have negotiated with these people, nothing will not go. That means the women are going to go quietly. They're going to accept what they wanted. They met him. They put out demands. And he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. The man they made defense minister, he can be appointed today and be sacked today. That was not the issue. The fact is the women put out their demand. They got their demand. So the program was canceled. And that's what I'm saying. He is the chief negotiator before the people between them. And the women, they are satisfied. So my question was, what the military women did, they have the EPS to the arms. The police are armed. When it started the same thing, will he do the same? That's the question, because you keep talking about the army when they shoot here. All of the arms institution, when it start, will he cave in like what he did?
Okay,
that's
so
the point I'm making.
Okay, so let's say they appoint me as EPS director.
Yeah,
and confirm everything has to work. Then all the APF people and their wives and all of them say we don't want Linford. Okay, and they start demonstrating.
And they want Linford for a reason. They want Linford for a reason.
No, for reason that, but they are still demand. They don't want me. Forget about all the reason. I don't want us to keep bringing a reason.
No, but they lay out the reason, and that the one you don't want to put forward. They lay out their reason, and the reason was the poor healthcare poor. They lay it out.
But they are saying, listen to me. Yeah. Whether you meet all those conditions today, you get all of them $1 million. They say we still don't want the mayor. What you do? You listen to the president say the key demand.
Wait. Because you keep this guy, was he manufacturing the money to give to them, or is it very government?
In my era to say.
But then don't
when the women went to the president said they put out one key demand. They didn't say can't pay her for us, can't do that. He said
not when they want key demand. Not when they want you can play the.
No, but he said they put that key demand. Listen to key one. He said that key demand.
For this, so all that they lay it out, and then they say the reason we don't want
you to leave the sentiment out of this discussion.
But in that sentiment, that's the fact. You don't want making it look like you want to take it one aspect.
No.
They lay everything out.
I'm going exactly by what the video say, what the president said.
But that's the video I listened to. So it can be two videos.
The president,
you want to play it again?
I'll play it back. Maybe something is missing.
Nothing is missing. The women the president lay it out, and the major thing he said it.
My fellow citizens,
listen carefully.
On Sunday, February 11, I received an audience from wives of some members of the armed forces of Liberia who had come to express their concerns on several issues. These issues included poor living conditions, high tuition fees for their children, lack of adequate medical care, and low salaries, among others. The women stated their most important demand was the removal of retired General Prince C. Johnson.
You hear? They gave several reasons, but wait. They gave several reasons, but the most important one is whether you will bill all the things we say you all do for all. We're not looking at it. But the most important one we want now is the men should not be there. And you see it? So which one the president was going to address now?
Play the women one outside.
Wait.
Play the women side.
The president was sort of lead Prince Johnson also stated that the president started building horses in the net from yesterday. No. He said the key, they name all those things. In other words, the thing is making logic. They name all those things. But in other words, whether you all do all these things, we agree, but the meeting we don't want the men to be there. Oh.
So he asked the man to resign, and that's why I keep saying he caved in. And then you keep going on and on.
No, he did not ask him. You see?
All right. So, and you are in a room?
No, but you are not there, you know.
Exactly. So let's
so we go by what he said. So who you want to believe that? You want to believe that someone you want to believe the president?
So Lucretia made it thing simple, but you keep going back. In life, there's something they call negotiation. The women have several issues, and they lay out the issue, and the issue, that's the issue that because of him, he didn't deliver those promises, that issue.
Yeah, but what the new one we wanted now? Listen, the women know before the armed forces day yesterday, the women know that the president will not go improve their condition right away like that. Build the schools, build the houses and increase their salary, and they're not even taking
the whole thing you're talking about, this is not yesterday problem. During election, the issue was there.
I agree.
The issue was there. And
I'm not denying all these problems.
12 years.
Yeah, even from election, the problem being there.
So why people who they're supposed to go after, they didn't go after, but
even though
the president took he was afraid. Maybe after that meeting, we were afraid. He assessed the risks and felt that it was going to be best for Johnson to step aside to save the country. I think
maybe,
all of them things. So
you are saying maybe, right?
Yeah, maybe. All of them.
We're not there. So we can't assume.
But I'm saying, because of the meeting, from that meeting, I'm quite sure that's where everyone came out and I said it would be best for him to step aside.
Finish. The thing we do it all the time in government offices. So don't make the thing say, look, because of you.
No.
You said no. That's the fact. You may not like it, but
why you want to Paul? Listen, why you want to create a conspiracy and believe in your own conspiracy theory? If you want to what the president is telling you.
They have a meeting. DPO had the meeting and decision has to be made. Either he stay or he go. So that was the whole idea of the meeting. Either he stay or he go. And maybe they assess the rates and felt that maybe the rates are going to be too high.
And then resign. What a big deal in it.
So then what we believe? Will we believe the maybe, or will we believe what the president is saying? Because we're not in the meeting. The man who was there, the president, the man who carried all the body, he say Prince Johnson resign. Then we say maybe he pressurized. So what? I want us to be truthful.
So Lincoln, on this one, you're right. On this one, we gave all you right. But why was the armed forces they canceled when the man already gave him his resignation? That's my point.
Yeah, because the time was short to play any program.
The time was never short. Time was not short.
So who was going to be a defense minister at that time? And because the other woman appointed yesterday. So you also be the program should be going on. Then you appoint the other woman to be IT.
Who responsible for the armed forces? The program is that the defense minister or the chief of staff?
The defense minister is the administrative head of the army, the administrative head. Forget about it.
Maybe 1 or 2 weeks in advance. And not just one day. It shall be played in advance.
I keep telling you, when this problem started, you don't want to accept it. When it started before this guy was sent for a confirmation, it could have been nipped like that.
Yeah, nipped in the bud.
Negotiation. But you see, no, they didn't do it. It was a poor leadership. And that's the point I'm trying to make to you here. They force this guy out, and then they make the country the law ugly by canceling the program. And you don't want to accept it. And that's the fact. I don't care how you beat around it.
Listen, I'm not refusing to accept anything. I am not refusing to accept anything. I am giving you exactly what we listening to and talking about. You see, you say why the program in reality, I just told you, I just gave you an example. If I'm having my birthday party, okay, then me and my family we rocking, we fighting, everything upside down. Then you will say force me to celebrate it, or somebody come in a
no. The family they were not rocking. That different thing here. They were not rocking. A one individual that they all say we don't want. The one individual gave up. No, Wadahara between them. Only one. The person say, "Oh, for the sake of this, are out."
When you have armed forces day celebration, what are the events? You don't have the soldier drilling. You don't have zero barriers. You don't have them organizing programs. So if some
so you telling me these guys have not been preparing for this day? That's why you're saying they have not been preparing.
We're not talking about whether they have been prepared. You can prepare for 100 years, and on the day these things will happen, something happened. So
for 100 days. Just looking at it, the fact is there were poor negotiation here, and that's the bottom line.
No, when you enter the conversation with the man to just shift blame, you always back it. Look at the events.
It's not shifting blame. I keep telling you there were issues, but you pick only one of the issues.
No,
and one of the one that you stick it on. There were issues. The women laid out the issue, and then all of the issue they think is we don't want this man.
The difference here right now is that approaching this issue with open mind from all sides, but you are only looking at the president should be blamed. The president is blamed, but who would have held a program on Armed Forces Day when you got soldiers all disgruntled, they and their wives disgruntled? It was not possible. Now the president said, we'll just reduce the program to.
But the program didn't even have the program. You said reduce, it didn't even go on.
Yeah, but they said they're going to reduce it. That means all the pageantry. Yeah, all the pageantry of drilling and thing were unnecessary.
My man, let's move on because this was a blunder from the government, and that's the fact.
I know that all you want to say. Yeah, we agree.
You don't want to accept it. You only argue on one thing. They blunder. So why would he tell the women? No, somebody, you see where the brother wrote here. Look at this.
But so okay, so if he was we're not going to the park, and he forced, and the children said we want to go, he forced the children to go, fine, that's it. But so what are you trying to say?
So my question to you,
Alexander Bonnie said, I disagree with you.
My
What you trying
question
to
to
say?
you,
Uh-huh.
my question to you, so we need to move on.
Uh-huh.
The program usually is start preparation. They start preparation for months. And on a particular day, what we say because of one Lord Chidope, the program will go on. Lord Chidope say he left. The program will go on because he already left. Why the program will go on?
No.
Because not two group of people fighting that one.
Wait. The people whose behalf the programs will be held, some of them are disgruntled.
They were never disgruntled. Their wives, the mean people who saw be on the field, they say that women say, oh, because of this,
but you listen to what the president said. He said some of them and their wives, some AFL people and their wives. Okay. Yeah. And so that if you
they accepted a man resignation, the man resigned.
Yeah, but
so
you try to reduce you try to reduce the importance of the other people because the president says some, and you say, oh, not all of them, so let's forget it. Because if all of them will be talking different things. So even
now two people fighting here. Now two people that one person, all of them. There's some of them that one person they didn't want, and the person resigned. So the person resigned now, they're happy.
When did the person resign? They see time. Look at time.
Hey man. Hey, Linford. We're not in the 90s. We're not in the 90s.
What would be the importance of this, of holding the program when
these guys have been preparing for months? And so now one day they say the time, they've been preparing for months. You have a commander in chief.
Yeah, let me ask you. You preparing for a party for months. Then the day you sort of have the party, something be happening. With the people who are sort of attending the party, something be happening among them with some of them disgruntled.
No, not to be happy among them. They didn't want one person to attend the party, and now one person said, I'm not coming to the party will go on. That group of prophecy, that one man.
Okay, but then why they didn't go yesterday? Yeah, why they didn't go?
The man said, because of me, and I out.
Yeah, but they were supposed to be in the street to be parading. They were supposed to go because then you see that.
That's what I'm saying. So why may he not have that program? That's the point I dropped it up. Because the one man gave him. So why the program didn't go on?
Okay, but then if you feel that, then why they didn't come? Why they should have come? So he said they've been planning for a whole day, so one man can spoil the program, they should have come. Why they didn't come?
The president canceled the program. You can hear what I'm saying?
So if the president canceled the program, then why are you fighting? The AFL people did not tell you, so, why?
Who fighting?
They did not ask the president why the president. If they said that when the president canceled the program, it was not good, they should have come.
See it? My man, you out low. We're not in.
Well, the president is the commander in chief of the. Listen, the president is the commander in chief of the armed forces of Liberia. Through his judgment, he will feel that it's not appropriate to have a program. So you stay, say why they cancel it. So
my man, don't say about war the prophecy.
So you are the president who can command the army now.
You made a thing clear, say you having party. One person is not invited to the party, the person are not coming. Then the party will not go on. Let me use your own analogy. The party will not go on.
No.
Then what will be the trouble again?
No, that's that it. Let me
help me. We can't understand what.
Let me use an example. Let me paraphrase an example. I'm having party, right? The party, certain people are the party so to be on behalf of certain people, some group of people. Okay. So these people tell me, some of them tell me, say, oh, let's say I'm having party for 100 people. Then 50 of them tell me, say, but the party you're having, there is one man that will do one. If you move the man from around the party, it will be okay. Then on the day of the party, the man is still singing. And then the posted saying, let the man move, then the man move. And then the party, the post, somebody sing post or kind of say making confusion. Everybody not coming to the party. So what's the need of having the party? That's it.
Malu, please help me up here because I don't think
no, I have the party. Once I plan my party to go ahead, I will have it regardless whether if
okay, let's go ahead. At least the president is the commander in chief of the army. He took a decision and that's it.
But that's what we said.
That's what we keep saying.
The risk. Like, just going around the world. After the people met with other dignitaries and American officials, something, they risk, they assess it, and they got afraid that it was best for everything.
Thank you for coming on my side now.
I'm not telling you.
No, wait. You come on my side.
I get a risk, and he
you come on my side, but unaware. You see, I told you about the risk.
It was best for him
I told you guys about it.
What was
I told you guys about the risk. But Paul is saying that just one man, that just small people, that just some people. I told you about the risk. That's why I even brought in the Arab Spring example. I told you about the risk, but Paul, he will say no. In that all of them. That's so.
Why was the risk? Have reached a crisis point. This is what we said.
But it reached a crisis point, so we are there now. Let's forget about why it was going to be. It reached a crisis point, we are there now.
It went to a crisis point. That's why decision had to be made, and they have to accept.
So Paul, why you think was a risk? That
no, you said one said our risks. I said this program, you said risk. So you tell me what a risk. But I keep saying the program.
So you disagree with Manu too? You disagree with Manu, right?
Listen to me. I said the program should have gone on because the one person they wanted, the one person gave us. I'm not coming to the program. I resign.
So that
based on the demand. Everything else.
Because of the situation at the time. All the people that sort of been in the program were not together. Some of them were disgruntled. Simple.
Okay.
So that's the risk?
No. The risk was that because you say there were just some people. So if all of the people go in a meeting, if I should hold your example, some people went to a meeting, right? And then they assess risk according to what you're saying, maybe. They assess the risk and they say, okay, my man can't resign.
According to me, say where you and Lucretia saying, but I think the program should have gone on. So
you see, now I say you let us shift the book. First you say the president was wrong. You say
all the women, all of those women, they protested against one man. We don't want a man to hold a job. One man. Our husband said they wanted men. The president accepted the man. Resignation. The men no longer in the picture. So why made them can't go to the program?
Because of the time. The timing. They were very close.
There's no time. There's absolutely nothing to do with time. That's what I keep telling you.
You see, the good thing is that you are not the commander in chief of the army to make any change. So the program.
No, I think there's another. I could give my own conspiracy theory. If you want me to add it, I can add it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're conspiring, though. Go ahead.
You see, when the president gave the inaugural speech, he fainted because he was bulletproof, according to UP people.
So, are you saying
at the Barclays? Listen, let me give my conspiracy theory. Don't call me off. At the Barclays Training Center, the president can do what we call inspection of truth. And maybe, that's why I say my own conspiracy theory, that he could not make it, so he saw it as it deemed necessary to cut the whole program off. That is my conspiracy theory. You may look at it differently, but
that's what we do here. Your opinion.
Or maybe the old man mobility was too slow.
I like the maybe part. I always like the maybe part. Then when I prove maybe you don't want to accept
it. Maybe the mobility was very slow.
That one person, for the whole nation again, one man, the man move aside. Then you still scared to go. No, I'm buying into that thing.
Okay, and then maybe then let me remember. Maybe now I hold your answer, maybe. Maybe the program will cancel because maybe all the senior people say your high program will not go there.
Oh, there's something they call court-martial in the military. If you don't know, you cannot disobey your officer. You be court-martial. Check it out.
Yeah, but you can court-martial. Wait, but let us not go. Let us not go into the military. Let's forget about the military. Let us not go there. Let us not go there. But the fact about the matter is that Prince Johnson have resigned, and I think the women demand have been met. Simple. Very simple.
I agree. The women demand have been met.
And the president was right to accept the resignation.
So I hope the women and their children go to the schools. They want to get a free thing that they all demanded. No issue. I hope they get
Increase
it.
of salaries.
Yeah. Increase their salary as well. I hope everything goes on well.
Yeah, hopefully. That's what we all need. That's why the government was elected. But our time is fast spent. Meanwhile, I don't know, Paul, if you have that list for the appointment.
You took it off. Let me see.
But you also sent me something.
I got it.
Okay. While you trying to get it, let me see.
It's
also
off.
send me another thing.
No, let's look at it. The new appointment. This is the new appointment. Now look at it.
Yeah, okay.
It came out today.
Let me make it bigger for me to see. I don't know. Okay, it says President Joseph Boakai makes new appointments in government. Tuesday, February 13, 2024, Monrovia, Liberia. The President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai Sr., has nominated additional officials to positions in government affecting the Liberia National Police, Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications, the Ministry of Lands, Mines and Energy, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Labor, the Ministry of the Liberia Business Registry, the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority, the National Security Agency, the Civil Service Agency, the Liberia Drug Enforcement, the National Oil Company of Liberia Local, and the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. So the people appointed or nominated include Mr. William K. Moluba, Deputy Inspector General of Administration, Liberia National Police. I think that's 102 or 103. Then you have Attorney J. Nelson Freeman, Deputy Inspector General for Operations, Liberia National Police. I think they are in rank. The first guy, William Moluba, is 102. 103 is Nelson Freeman, and 104 is Mr. Simeon Frank, Deputy Inspector General for Crime Services, Liberia National Police. Ms. Sadiatu M. Reeves, Deputy Inspector General for Manpower Development and National Police. I have that whole list somewhere. I think this is half of the list. I have the whole list somewhere. So, guys, Paul, yeah, thank you. Mr. Wilmer Pay, Ministry of Land, Mines and Energy. Wow, Nima County people always carrying the land, mine, and energy. I remember during Taylor time, it was this guy. During the NPRH time, it was this guy, Jekwe Dubon. The lady Jekwe from Nima County also. I think he used to work normal days at the Land, Mines and Energy Ministry. Then number 7, Mr. Augustine S. Kape, Deputy Minister for Posts and Telecommunications. Miss Charlene Taylor. Oh, that Charles Taylor daughter.
Charles Taylor daughter, yeah.
Yeah, Assistant Minister for Afro-Asian Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then Mr. Rudolph B. Na, Deputy Minister for Roads, Rails, Ministry of Transport. Ms. Patience B. Randa, Registrar General, Liberia Business Registry. Mr. Julius D. Dennis, Director General, Liberia Civil Aviation Authority. Mr. Patrick Du, Deputy Director for Administration, National Security Agency. Darlington A. P. Smith, Deputy Inspector General, Director General, for Human Resource Management, Civil Service Agency. Mr. M. Boakai Chaliba, wow, Vice President for Administration, National Oil Company of Liberia Local. Mr. Hassan Fadiga. They push a button, they get the reward.
I know.
And Fadiga is the Deputy Director for Operations, Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. And according to them, furthermore, President Boakai has nominated Councillor Cooper Kra as Minister of Labor. These nominations were applicable, are subject to confirmation by the Liberian Senate. But let's look at a few of these. We got like 2-3 minutes left. Let's look at a few of these guys. Do you know some of these people in the past from the Ellen government or even we are government?
None of them.
But how women pay were in the Ellen government?
Take for UP, yeah.
Yeah, women pay were in the UP government, and I think in the government as well.
So if you look at the Cooper crowd, well, that's an interesting one. That's the guy was designated for a while. And justice, right?
Justice, yeah.
So they move into labor. That's an interesting one. So that's a Prince Johnson guy, right?
Oh my God.
And yeah. And let's look at Charlie, my own niece. Charlie, I can't remember that I can't imagine that she's this big now that she gotta be,
Charlie ran to be representative in District 5, Monserrato County. And she was
the only picture I have of her is that little girl picture when the father can they all running around,
Yeah, she ran, and then after the election, there's a woman called Cooper beat them in District 5. After that, she gave her support to Boakai. So it does not surprise me that she have a place in the government.
That's very good.
Yeah.
But let's look at Boakai Jaleba. I think Boakai Jaleba has been.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think he's been.
That the people that ran his campaign, that Boakai people.
Okay, and Patient Randa, I don't know her. I haven't heard of her. But our own name, Hassan Fatiga.
No, this 1 year, Dave Fatiga is the other brother that served in the police or some security forces.
No, you are in the NSA Northern, I think.
In Liberia?
I think.
Right. So they brought him to the drugs, so you'll be working with Ploma.
But maybe the other brother will go to and I don't know whether it's this one that was at the NSA, or I think one of them were at the NSA.
One is a security person, and that's the one that gave this job.
Yeah, I think that
not the one that said he on spoon.
No, the one
sometimes go on.
The one on spoon is Hossein.
Yeah, so this is the brother that have the this is the one that worked in some security sector.
Okay.
Yeah. But they play that game, I know why I like about them.
And you know what I like about this list? All the people that put their energy behind Boakai, that the people now giving job. Look at women pay.
Yeah. Liberia, they say politics interest, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. But again, it depends on the kind of party. It depends on the people involved, because I want to believe that if some of the other people have won, they will not only look at people who were supporting them, so to speak. So, Paul, you can take it down.
No, certainly, right, passing right.
Yeah. So, I'm sure, I don't know. I'm sure if Councillor Gonglo had won, he wouldn't only say, well, because certain people were supporting me, so I only get a job. And this is exactly what we call pay to play. This is a pick up pitch of pay to play. That if you vote for me, I'll get a job. If you talk for me, I'll get a job. So the rest of the Liberian people that did not talk for me, they can go sleep.
Yeah, the ones who didn't cause carry lies. So
Yeah.
you get a job. And you go, you lie, you cause, then they get you job.
They want now, it does not based on competency now, it based on I think if Prophet Key don't get job, if Prophet Key don't get job, I would get really mad at this.
No, but you see, not a matter of Prophet Key not getting job, but the kind of job that Prophet Key want.
But and in Liberia, say everybody get that area. They probably area that culture according to you. So My man, you are married
Maritime
journalist. If you say you want to go to Maritime, you want to go to ARBS, who will stop you? Prophet King said he a cultural person.
Okay. Well, he and Julie and the only.
Well,
Well, I heard that there's
I would like to retain some of the competent people that works in. We are
For me, I just want to know how many more days left for car now to be stuck in mud. Live for?
Well, I'm not following the trend. Nyakwe Gigan will give you the breakdown. I think if I'm not mistaken, 83 more days remaining, 84 days, somewhere about. But the thing is,
no, it's a 3 days. The last time we had a program, so
I think the president was
77.
It's too much of drama happening in the government, so I don't know whether we achieve anything for the 100 days.
But we're over time. But let's recognize some of our viewers here before we go. From my side, Paul, I can see you watching, Paul. Then I also see Mr. Boniface Nelson watching. Dada Dugo is watching, and John Tadwe from Ireland is also watching. And we have Flomo, my man. You got 8,700. What kind of big number you can put your name to? But Flomo is here today, and Flomo is always following us. Though he can be cantankerous at times, but he's one of our regular visitors. And we also have Ibrahim Kamara, you were watching from Matadi, he said, and of course Alexander Boniface, Emmanuel Hayes is always here, and Francis Mensah was also following. Then we got Josilia Paul. This is one of the new people here. So Josilia, make this place your home. This is the Portland, Liberia. We come here every Tuesday and Friday, but as the occasion demand, when we have very important things to do, or when we do not have too much load on our head, we pop in like Wednesday or Thursday like that, but always expect us. And what you do is like our page. The moment you like our page, whenever we come on, we'll be notified right away. You'll hear that sound, ping, and then you'll know that we're on. Here we don't lie. We give our opinions on the issue, like maybe get to know about. For those of the guys that have been here, you saw that I was on the other side throughout. I was trying to balance the show. So we give our opinions. Our opinions may not be right, but they are not wrong either. That's how we feel about it. Because
Josiah Paul, she's my sister.
Okay. So like we always say, if you hold yourself here and you ask everybody else to describe it, you'll describe it a different way. So we all can see things from different perspectives. So that's why we're here, and we don't lie, we don't inflate any number. Emmanuel Betty also. Whether it's related to my friend, the late Theophilus Betty. He should be from the Oro way there, true one way there. I went to school on the Oro. I went to Hillwood Mission, and so I know a lot of people there. So I think Emmanuel Betty, you can join us next time. He's asking if you can join us on the show. Yeah, Emmanuel Betty, if you have any important information that we can invite you one day to come and share with us. The next time we're going to be here will be, today's Tuesday, right? We'll be here on Friday officially, but we will come Wednesday tomorrow. We will come Thursday, but our two official days for now are Tuesdays and Fridays. So always expect we can come on Wednesday, like I said, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, we can come on anytime. But officially, if you want to follow us Tuesday.
We'll reach out. We'll reach out to him.
Okay. So I think, Paul, that's it. At least we took a message from that the president was right to accept the resignation, even though the program was canceled. The program was canceled because of the situation.
Yeah, I agree that Linford accepted the president, but I say the president somersaulted in a way. He gave in too soon.
No, I did not agree. The president,
what I'm saying? Let me conclude before. In the UK here, they have their group they call the trade union. When the trade union having something, when they tell you said there will be no public transport, if the government don't meet their demands, the whole place can go head-to-scatter. But the government can go into negotiation with them. Yes. They can meet halfway and it will go quietly. In this case, The government should have sat with those women and
Yeah.
make their demand in a way, and
The
there'll
government
be
did.
no noise. So
The government did.
I'm
The
saying to
government
you,
did. Okay, but let me ask you, let me ask you with your own example about the trade union in the UK. Okay, say the trade union, they want to organize protests, or let's say they already protesting. Then what your president is Sunak, your prime minister Sunak. Then Sunak go to them.
Richard Sunak.
Okay, yeah, Richard, whoever. He's not my prime minister. I'm sorry. Well, you know. So Sunak go to them and say, look, we agree, we can negotiate. They say, okay, let's negotiate. But while they are negotiating, then the trade union state they get one demand. They say, you know what happened? You got somebody that you appointed will do one. Jeb Mulamen. All other things you tell we agree, but we are saying Mulamen, when Mulamen, they will certify. So what will he say? And why they talking there? Then they see man who the trade union demanding that he should move. He has agreed. So okay, send the post I go in. So and Sunak agreed that man should resign, and then the trade union say, okay, once that man resign, okay now. So will you hold Sunak responsible and say that he caved in? He should not have accepted that man's resignation.
You know, Linford, a little we can simplify, that it be so simple. If this guy on my team is one of the best on my team, and I want to perform for the people, I will not cave in. And this is where you
I don't want to do it. You're forcing.
No.
Because the guy he can perform well, but he's the one doing the job. But then he said, I don't want to do it.
It's good that you brought this up. The man that was told you say earlier, you're not behind the scene, so don't just go. He was
but you're not there too. Let's look at what we see.
So if he one of the best on my team, yes, you can protest. What your issue? Will negotiate your issue, but your one is man is my best 11. I'm going to keep him. If he doesn't perform well, I will get rid of him. That's what man does, and that's the fact. He was not bold enough to do it, and that's the point I'm making.
You know, wait, I don't want us to prolong this thing. But you see, the good thing that I said the president followed the law. The law said the citizens get a right to change their leadership. They say we don't want the president can't impose him on them. The president said when the president start messing up, so it will say we want him. Then he say, because you elected me, I'll be here.
No, you're wrong, Linford. You totally wrong. The whole country voted the president for the good for them. And the president see the good in him. That you put me there to better off your life. And I putting my man there. I'm not caving in. He will deliver. He put me there on a principle, and I came to rescue this country, and this guy part of my rescue team, and will deliver. But caving in, that's why I said it's
this is how dictators start.
No, not dictatorship, because the person
you start by imposing your will on the people.
Pleasure of me.
Yeah. So who? Okay, wait. So they mayor. They are best man who should perform. Yeah, but come in. They are best man who is saying so to perform, right? You want it on your team. Who is to be performing for? The people, right?
The nation.
The nation.
Not small hand of people, the nation.
You see that there. This is where you must have they're having the problem too. You try to reduce the effort of the people. Whether that one person they are bringing the Arab Spring, so that the whole nation went and set themselves on fire. You're one man.
That's why they say in leadership, you have to have the balls to take strong decisions. The fact is that group of women came together and they have other issues. So in negotiation,
we're on the internet. This program will be safe on the YouTube.
Negotiation.
This program is safe on YouTube. 100 years from now, people can go and make reference to it.
I agree. So in negotiation, listen to me. In negotiation, so you listed all of these things, and you only want this one. I will give you this one. I will give you this one. This guy here is my best 11, and we want to rescue this Liberia. I'm not going to take this guy up, but you will have your children will have the school, they will have better facilities.
Yeah, we agree.
All of the things.
You supposed, all of what is supposed to do it, we agree. That's your duty as president. But they particular one, we don't want a mayor. So what you say?
I will tell them, y'all go sleep. That's my man. When he badly perform, I will sack him.
No, we don't. We agree. We're not going nowhere. We'll be here. And the one woman, you listen to the woman. The woman said they go ask her how long you'll be here. He say we'll be here until they meet our demand. If not, we'll be here. You see it?
So now I can organize protest because I enjoy the armed forces this so much, and they cancel it. We want the armed forces they back. So ain't see. Somebody right where somebody read begin. That's why I keep telling you.
That's a protest. If they see the need to bring back the armed forces, they'll do it. That's a protest. That's what gives you the right.
Man enough. That's why
that's what gives you the right. But so, when you attempting now, Paul, you're attempting to trample on the rights of certain people, and you said because there are a handful of people. Who told you the Constitution did not say all the people should go? It said you the citizen. It can be one person.
Have you read the information from the U.S. Embassy? You have the right to protest, but where your rights end, somebody's right begins. That's simple. So nobody said they will not protest, but in this case, I love the women. They got everything wanted. Because
and that's the power of women. So our only sister on the show want to thank you, the women. I'm very proud that you the women can make progress. You know that you can start doing something now. And this whole complaining about men's world. This is a man who is president, and women demanded that certain things be done. It happens. So the democracy is at work. So this is what I want us to allude to. Instead of saying, "Oh, he gave me," no, the men took a decision in the best interest of the country, or else we'll still be having the women black in the row. And you are talking about some people will delay. There will be more delay. You see it? So instead of continuing, how big is it for Prince Johnson himself to say, "I resign," for me to take a letter and say, "Okay, go." Simple. Everything feeling now.
If you time by with grace, if you will come back to the video tomorrow, when another group of women decide
when they can't depend on the condition, we handle it.
Oh, and I want no police brutality. They must.
There are some groups that need to be brutalized. Let me make it clear. There are some groups that need to be brutalized. If the group can just start vandalizing,
no, you can't do that. They have that right. You cannot brutalize anybody. No way.
But ain't you quoted a letter from the American embassy where your right begin? I mean, your right ends.
Right ends.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you have a group that will kind of start vandalizing, break the women, the black road, they didn't break anything, they didn't burn building. But if anybody can start burning building, killing people,
they deny my old man from going to hospital, so they has infringement on my rights.
Yeah, but so you go start burning houses and bringing you go organize and start burning houses.
You see that my right, because I was so peaceful, I allowed that to happen because I was very peaceful.
The same constitution that gave you the right to demonstrate things, so you can be here for your action. See, you can be here liable for your action. So if you think that because somebody black your old man from going to hospital, so you're going to go burn houses and break cars.
But they say no car passing, they block the road. So if you come with force, violence, then they say, "Oh, so what about the police?" Anyway,
we got to wrap up because.
Anyway, thanks for having me, and very interesting conversation. I just hope that the Liberian government will take this and will reflect on it. The advisors to the president, they need to have a very good negotiation skills and be able to intervene at the soonest to prevent crisis. Whenever you see things happen, let them intervene immediately. So it's something for them to reflect and see how they can get it right. At times, we look at the risks, and Omer Boyka looked at the risks, and he made that decision that he felt was best. But for me, I just felt that it was a poor leadership judgment, because that should have been prevented at the early stage. The signs were there. They should have acted as quick as possible. So I just hope we learn from it. Every day we learn as we go ahead. And we just hope that the demands that the soldier wives made my sisters, and I hope it will be met because they deserve better. The children deserve quality education and better lifestyle. So there's no point in the Liberian government keep allowing them to live in a deplorable area, state, and the children continue to suffer, especially at this time. So our armed forces and the family deserve better, and hope this administration will take care of both and be able to meet these people's demands. And good luck.
Thank you so much. You see,
So thank you for having me. I'll have to leave here and love you. But Paul, you gave your closing statement, and I'll leave you.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Lynn, for giving the opportunity. I see something. I see lack of leadership here, and I see lack of negotiation skills to start with. For the first 21 days of the most experienced, the most wise, the most competent compared to George Weah and other people that ran for the post. In 21 days, it's like the book we read when we're in school called Teen Falling Apart. I think what Walter Sanga wrote that book. 21 days with all the experience. And I go back to the same United Party. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was in similar situation that she have over 21 protests. She handled all of those protests with professionalism, calm, and good negotiation. She dealt with a military wife. She dealt with the ex-military, the pensioner, professionally. But for this one, my Uncle Joe, Dr. Excellency President, it was a poor performance in the first 21 days. He didn't show me that wiseness that he needed to use from day one. I think it was a poor judgment on his part, and kudos to those women. They did extremely well. They got their demand, and I hope other women follow suit. That the women in the health sector underpaid. I hope the police women follow suit and see nothing to the immigration. On that note, the government started on the wrong foot and they caved into stone. In negotiation, you don't give in easily.
No,
I rest my case.
Well, I want to say thanks to
thank you.
Yeah, and the only thing I would say is that every process you have to learn. Even when we were born, we had to learn to eat. At one point, your mind will take a teeth and try to put in your mouth. So every process has a beginning. And this president has been in power for just 21 days, and there's a lot to go through. And despite all the boasts around here that he 45 years in government, this and that, he wasn't president, he was down there. So he has to go through that process. And the second thing is that, we should always go through the law. We should follow the law. The law is what guides us. And I think the president respected the rights of the people, regardless of the number. That is, the people can demand certain things, certain change within their leadership, and that's what they did. They demanded that they don't want a particular person in a particular position, and the president looked at it, and the president himself, the individual himself, respected the will of the people. But if anybody caved in here, it was the Prince Johnson that caved in, and the president only accepted his letter of resignation. The president did not dismiss him because of pressure, but he decided that he was going. So I think everybody played that role. But the most important thing at the end of the day, the tension eased down. So they say the end justifies the means. So whatever means you use to get to the end. Let's say we all here running from here to America, you're running from London to America, and running from here to America. We had to swing, if I had to swing, if I had to crawl. But when I get there, the end we justify how I got there. At least I got there safely. And maybe I won. So we got there safely, no confusion. The women are out of the street. That was the most important thing. Yeah, so how who resigned, who didn't resign, who came in was not too important, but the end is what important. Or else we would still be having women blocking more roads, and even people that are less basic, that are not related to social people will join them in the crowd and we'll be in different situations. So I want to say thank you very much to our viewers. This is what we do here best. We talk the issue, the real issue, without causing nobody my empire. Okay, so you are welcome to join us next time. And thanks for watching. And Paul, you guys want to music? You want to take us somewhere? Anything you do, there's a reward. I like our music.
You know, that's the kind of music that good for the thing, because the women did that good thing and it had a reward. So I need to find this music is very good. I think this guy, he did a marvelous job by making this nice music. So to our viewers, follow us on the Bottom Line Discussion. On this note, we'll leave you with this beautiful piece here. It's a nice Liberian music. We don't have
you got it?
Yeah.
You see, nurses they sleeping on duty. While patients are crying, they having conversation. While patients are dying, they busy chatting on Facebook. Anything you do in this world, you will get your reward.
VIP, I want to hear you, VIP.
All the instructors, listen to me. You make the test hard for the students to fail. You giving grades to the student because of money. You giving grades to the student to sleep with them. Anything you do in this world, you will get your reward. Oh, my bosses, listen to me. The women who are coming in your office to find job, in order to get a job, you have to sleep with them. 1990 for road.